OIC band Ghana Immigration Service. Nti eye osofo bia se o happy birthday. So na happy birthday to Mr. Noah Tumfo, Chief Director of Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, a remarkable leader who lead with care, love and top-notch human relations, ever present to guide, support and lead a helping hand. Truly one of the finest. Inti ene we say free if we can former staff and PRO. So happy birthday nyame onhira wo no nto nkwane me Mr. Noah Tumfo. So and a happy birthday to Kojo Yankee who Virginia or United States of America. A free wunia nanado or so your international business mogul, your friends and the family. Almost omodo pa wakuma pe kitawo say the wusi doni pa na wudidi mo bi anaso wona woni bi ebidino. Koso ana yesa na nyame nkoso so enhira wo no nto wo nkwa enemo almost omodo pa nyame enhira wo nto anamo ensi enti be bia eye Kojo Yankee a wo Virginia wo United States of America ifri wunia wade nyina na do eni ni nuanom nyina wo nafofo nyina wo so mama wo happy birthday nyame wo nhira na onye wo kese pa sabe ye ba be di Ghana eho enkomo nsemo ekoso binim se enra nsema omampanyini ekaye no watibi na bia wo de wadwenkyere eba na nso no wo de bi be fem nti wo de banso a making kind so de amount kama na sabre de mapamfo na se ya bedwafo ba ko na edi kan abepie mu ha sentiment no shase and nsema de pono so ye share biodiversity destruction. Ghana losses to $520 million annually UNDP. Saso and ex-Nigeria Delta militant group members arrested for allegedly plotting to embark on kidnapping business in Ghana. That's the businessmen in Ghana. I said almost 80 or krata no more say mugu and ogboro for sabri die yaso mo penchi ayachi oma inshishimu eguso ekoso. But we have slums NDC over power abuse and also ewo hono maybe di eho enkomo efia kwanchewa eye member movement for change on edikan abipie mu hase ehwe ni mu sie nsabeka Peter Kwesi Mensa Saso na Jennifer oforiwa queen so e show mo nim so mo baba beka efia abaide mamene no edikan hase efia dem wache wakwa bibia bokode
nyame adomabna onwayefo otu kwan koba
efia
pachode na de bray
efia
oh wa fa bibia amba
ya kwa ho
yo
kwa ho oh wade
omakwa iwa hosti is it Ghana Music Award USA why are there I me follow pa no atade no so ofe
Midasi.
Onye ni part o ati.
Midasi pa. Ebi aboko movement for change bi aboko.
Nyame adom abena movement ye ho ye.
Mo papa ho ye.
Nyame adom ne ho ye. Yeti ase pa na enche ye beba out as a political party.
Okay.
Aha, inti adano na obi ka say ye preach peace na baby a etuo no ye fa bia ye mfa nkwotre. But me ka chem say etuo no ye nso ya tobi. Inti ye nso ya de betray ye dem. Inti mo aso omu preach omu peace ama omu nkan yen em ka ho.
That is a muga boot for boot.
There be any boot for boot. Who say
preach for pay asomje.
Aha, ena oboyedin tie oboyedin say movement for change. Ye best say baby etuo bia ye say ye de twe no ye mfa nkwotre. Ena make say etuo no ya tobi. Se ebia etuo bi na ye free MPP mo ha mo fa mutuo ye ya tobi special one. It yes ye the battery ye dem na ya maintain peace in the upcoming political party ebeba.
Ese wanga say we say won peace.
Oh, abna asema wo make an on tema say.
Na dey o do the team. Me so me decide ne say. Obi afum. And was sabredi adwobre mo me ntwa bibia so na ye nyina ye mbra mum na ye ntimi hu ye nim na ye nkonko ye nim wo say dabi say ye enko ye say ye beti party dabi we say say to ro to bi na say eno ne ye party na ye beti say mo nko ne nko chena oh abena we say sanya Ghana e ko right now no ye here political party bia
obe exhibit discipline any moral values our system no mo ena yem pese Ghana for ba limit omo to enye NDC a eye MPP until at the end of the day no ube hu se ba ku be free abemu a na wa pass bill bi a ebeboa for continue opposition a typical example eno manpanyi during the meet the press no o make a statement to say pre-bargaining bi a ekoso a Ghana for monte ase na empo no Ghana for fee say ye NDC for and I say hey be they are doing scratch my back I scratch your back and no man paying my yet say MPP for na pass sa law no ansa no mu fi abemo and abna ukotresi the date and the year omo de passing law no time omo de call parliament e passing no say omo ye ne show so as omo nim say ye be kofie as omo nim say ye bibi say ye gu ho nti ye say ye bibi a say even saban na sasakra na ebe protect ye and na ye movement for change for ye person ye de to Ghana for team say they shouldn't limit themselves to NDC MPP and yes at the piano ye be me omo be ya dia ebe protect omo kwa interest and they will leave Ghana out but it should be always Ghana first ye movement for we have Ghana first anything I am me betna me ka say at the papa bia this government is doing we movement for change we will support it so mo ye bone so a ye be support it so mo ye ade na se enye so a ye be ka enti movement for change ye basensuo ye basa kakai with our new political party enti mo de mo preach mu peace na ye so ye do wa ye so ye be preach ye peace and unity and ekwan ye be fa so a ye de beji to me no
let's just say the we be say we atia no
abena anya se ne
welcome address
welcome address to you and Ghanaians
okay ebusa for eguso a ye kasa na se binu ya afia anu guso a wo kasa sabri ye Peter Kwesi Mensah ye deputy CEO Matema is it shipyard okay ewo ahase Kwesi memo akwaba
obapa mejo so
bibi aboko de
adom ahweyi and the experience di abamba kakrakra
was it what's like kesi aka ho
no bi o worship ya dede
containers akasa wasemo
sorry
Kwesi
Kwesi sorry
afia person kama sama omo munimi nyina obasi anamteo
no but I say you know ebi abeka ho and I broom say me can broom I want to broom say
ye wani so a
the be emisa asumdue aba
aban papa na apane de ma e fama papa papa sa oba pa sa wo hui no kwasem ni me se ba dwumam ama fo hwe wo sa mo sa di aba papa fa me di abo fa ho ai
afia ai bi mam
fanta me
o kama obi send me message but me say about papa ti no
we a politician am
no kwasem na say na o come movement ni ade ni na on say about papa na hihye papa na eba no omoni nkran hye say at least bia no ye nyina ye kaso bom na say tutuntutu ye ekwe na obi edi akiri nkakra no wonim say ni daso bi ewo ho no because enkan no na nko ya
me so mama wo enhu me so kakra mama na se de Kwesi esi a charge a de enkan abusafo
na wo be come movement asem
enti mama fa we say yo famutia wa efa mama birthday wishi enko Emma and let's say nipa mienu empo na edesa wishi eba e free also for Bia Gloria say happy birthday to my favorite friend. Cheers to another trip around the sun. May luck always be your side. Let's say no also for Bia empire bonnet do pese or reach out to sikweku Boateng Junior pa OIC band Ghana Immigration Service nti nipa mienu be company free honoma de abanti be bia opanyini wo bia wodi wa wodanya me wonhira won so won kwanem na wonye wo kese pa na sede kwesiesie hiti a wo ba be chi
a the movement nyina ne nemu wo de fa nemu bra
enya se go to ma membra kwesi su bi
movement de no nua no omgwa oh yankwa
Efia
udia ushia Solomon na kasi woshia kwati
ayo
udia ushia
na se Ghana fo nya ye nu
na udia busia omo me dia me nia no monkwa
so na hefo na kwasi hefo
na se ye nyina ye Ghana fo ye nu no
ayi sa ya no de omo no obi anka so omo mfiri
hefo ne ya no
omo no aban na sisi aba no
hefo ne ya
no mi se sankofo obibre ni awu omo titifie
hefo ne ya no
na wo mo ni na
Ghana for ntire wo che na se
na wo mo ni na se aban bi beba tio na wo mo ni na se aban bi beba mo se di omo se ye o mai trokatrokai obe sore so okọ fuel station so ko bu petrol ni ese ya teso no mo ni na etienne na bebre no mo ni
na omo ka se be carry forward
ya be carry forward sabre no ye kama ya ka ye ni omo din ko ma
backing vocalist
ko mo ni ya so je je so ko ma ni ka ye wa
I know that is true. Because all the time, no, me who governmental wa connect se petrol so obe connect ni. O ka ka se nkoma ka se forward ever.
Na komo na we ya mo central for kra no. Ye ni odi nkomo am ka so mammo me yan kasa ye pa che se ye be ba ba mu na ne ma bi so atia na e di sida na mo ne twesa nkomo no but se ya fa mama ba no
this dada na mo dey ba o so mo kan
se ya fa
dada na
ya ni na
ba se ye hwe mo
na ya ni na aban what I say
e bia we
na mo obi ya kan na ya ni na mama nchio Ghana for major na o mo do fi dikasi unim se Ghana for die UTV tie ade channel pa bia ba bia be ko bia na UTV e da ho tebe odu me hono ma ahafo no say ahafo o firi bono ne ahafo say ne de ba ne kokoba ni anon edimisu mi fi ahafo fo se ya fa tia so me free enkasem krenkro
oh okay
Alhaji Collins Zada ba ne and me boss ahafo your president ne Alhaji Collins Zada ntimi wa hide ma menchia papa wadaw ma oba me wa hase na menchia fufu nyina ndi simpani for your regional minister honorable Charity Gardner obodwuma papa ane constituency and regional executives no adwuma ho mobo no eso ane ntimi ba bia o se meto because o mo hwew na mo se yen kase ediem so ti idea na za abodi abodi oba pa abra ko mkwana eti President John Dramani Mahama papa bia obia Ghana for sementia o ma Ghana fo nyina se akwasi udru UTV a wo de fa yenkra e ma President Mahama ne ye ni na president eno na Ghana fo nya ne sisi a wo hwe se die papa na so niam mu a wo toto niam oba pa ndra na Ghana fo ni agye sa president enya abotre ene omanfo ne nsamtrofo dinkomo president say me ba nsamtrofo montotoma no ade na efe ade fa efe ye kasa efe
eno anu tisabe na efe
enzandia no me gan kasa entino
efe yi di free
na kwesinka entino ye mo president abaso se onya abotre na o chechre enema mudima omanfo enu obi framofo sani mesem na president no continent ben wo fi ase de no nya Africa because the we are papa no control over every sector even international issues
na woni ma de ba ko a me realize and na e ye me fe won say omo ana omo bisa questions no obi sorry I can English obi so can twi na say president be answer can English you no free or say o ka say we dey free me ye krom ho no mo
I do no question now obi say
I was road you know because of that there's a big push you know now I can say we mu duru ball bamboy ho no
from 30 mile ye dey call Kintampo dey call kwaza dey call mu krom you see say your dynamic president your president aye trust your best son na share for the first time omo na omo ni akra omo other regions omo nya kwan enso busa president question
oh by no my be down
and can me babe
oh me cow asema be come on here the ban na for here
no my be down and no question
I fear crunch wa
dey bia na yes ade
oh
sanka president ba o say my friends and talk for timu amwa ye biemu dia mama say mo ada regis na mo so fam question eti wo na so obi cha question na dia fa sometimes ya na ya tro e no mo ka ba say o da bi also phone in na kan direct na president ntie no nyu ano ade na na efe na nyina kam fu ano e yo man
no de bi e asres
na we ka say the time no mo ana
judicial a leader no quote o man penye onya ne baby ko do I look like a cat hunter
say mo sa ade no ana amafo bebre e de your friend say misconception you critique that perception and misconception oh said the abano ehye niama na governance structures no equal na ye say no ahwe ya na abenya autocratic leader be president mama say amonhwe me ano monhwe me amegina
answer no the english the choice of words no or you be better so you so
relatable
english
what I say relatable english
men rea kodo dan kwane na me de wo si no etiase
okay
me na adwa pole na won kasem krankrum
your question mate na ye
very relating to the people
I was now who say Sabre Jennifer for you are Queen Deputy National Communication Director New Patriotic Party so abakayesa Queen Akwaba ye who watch
hana na mo hwem na me oh haramwa
I see Akwaba why fan pay hey opposition pony
me to opposition wa na any oba mo bia kan sa opposition am tie me nwa ba Jesus to be afia you say ya 10 years
oh wow
yeah me no 10 years
that's me mean say
what t-shirt no what
yeah
na me kon them no opposition ya me
Nkosua o say o ma ban abakese mhoye kama na me dress kama ya ba ba mu me dress so akun asa betena be kaze abaya abetia
congratulations we dey post me who
they go ba hankon
asa wa
acha wale for room sim official yard na bai official yard it was on nice
oba ya o kan asem no ya bam papa ba mframa pabo mi obechedi hunim sa dia mepe wo
say ya
when you kan okure
o dey say ya no
obe kan okure say no dia
no kure
ono ne meni na na petrol ne bre ne to no ye baba station
woman so Queen Akwaba
suit ne down she ne size let the chin on cause aban na abana wo di post
Queen
what che na dey wo so me ya wo ba
me ma wa chi
what dey tire ye yo mba so di bi me na me ni na dey tia
yo but
na to position o si aban na ba na ho aye ye opposition say ya me hu power me hu opposition me hu power na ba hu opposition oni mi say ya na mtie men say sign we nua bi dia na ma ko fa say le ko UT wo ma
me uja Queen wa ha say in fact the send baby abaka to obi dia
what's here
ma me chia for ni say be bo sumi me no bo sumi say bi na mtia me na chi kakra o ha so kusu ade kakra na ma feel
Yes, my feel pa
Thursday show o photo baby am wona agi so aya na me refi na me ko bo UTV me ko bo Facebook eti be ka kire madam fu bi wa ha no se da bi me nkɔhwɛ o ti mu wi a mo be wi na afi na ade echi so oni mu krom ho ase mo afi na ade echi eti ade echi na afi matum bo ase no mahwɛ me nua no adisifu ayi wo mo ho bi show yi so mama aba ezdo maba ayo baba e ja kai sa anwom no ezdo maba me koya maba ya na mko maba mi ti mu ba bi o eti echi fo ne ahwefo nyina e de rade ase Thursday ya sai ba bi hia bi me kom fo mo hwe opa me na na be mo nya be 92
oh wow
enu a me de to na papa kenkan so so de ni me de to ha no se raba kokko no be ba so be tena dwom ba ti na chia o mu nyina
eje wo so And the squad saying the grassroots are proud of you, of your good works. Honorable Peter Mensah. Hey, Peter.
Don't know about Kennedy.
Only and the squad saying
only DC, only MP.
So much.
Only MP.
Over saying the
only MP, only DC.
Honorable,
only minister.
The way no
or a ship or so. Ship on water so. We don't know about Kennedy.
Okay.
Robert Yo.
But say ain't and then
phone us and
Francis Yavu Ibo. Francis Yavu Ibo is an excellent platform, awesome for everything about KNT. Yeah, that was a part. I was for Sabre yen court yen somewhere that puno so yedi ehun enkomo na the kind biodiversity destruction. Ghana loses $520 million annually until we say United Nations Development Program UNDP and they say Miss Pamela Kwe and watch you know abemu die kwesi me say we say busy there
onya hwe ye bibia no ye no
Ghanaian Times na ewo enti men kwa fie ona membra wo ha na say wo be sha ase
ko me no point bi wo man pese me
na no wan hwe na dey cancel
12
ntoma na
12 wa anti
okay that's
ene wo ho no
bana me das
o chiri ni ati
na me hwe ni me hwe ade o be underline a
nti en man nkan
wi
abamu
I will start it me
o ma ba ne de e ko ye mo
ono start o take no start
o take em so hu bibi ho I don't know wani ni baba hu
ne ho mpo eye me nwanwa
I don't know wani ni baba hu
ne ho ye me nwanwa enti tell the government to stop the data issue because the same data lead NPP to defeat. Regards to Dr. Bride Champ, we say NASCO fofu and so dear our day aba no until so betting the wadrin so aba makind the amount. Question so why ready uncle?
Say UNDP is a report babontia. A idea I was a gun and bia or sheme. Ube sound says our report the reference if most at times reporting a babontia they are doing cost of first a figure no 520 million annually. 520 million annually. And this whole issue has to do with our environment. And the policy initiatives are the effort science ecosystem. So when you are as government, na one share sa and share we no more. These are low hanging areas are on minor eboka yelususika every year, and that's when the report is talking about annual amount. It is a afibia yelusu $520 million. $520 million. Now, from one side alone, you lose $520 million. You ask yourself, say, and she say, over the period, to baby alupo win a 1 year best of yano. Because ya ba abemu foforo. Say ye can annually ye annual. Unim sa aha ye annual.
Yeah.
Abayi ba ye afi. In this our report we na about Montano has nothing to do with this year's report. They have done Omwankasa assessment over the period. And Omode about Montano say we are losing $520 million. And it tells me and you say Ministry of Environment and she say any policies are buying any go we need to find a way to curb this issue. Because on minor tenacina, every afibia ye lose $520 million from just the sector alone. Now a UNDP and a baby threat or minor say Satsika win ye lose. We ask ourselves say and penny for no mote a belmuna or more as rough why your shessa and shares we so no a year day and your tenacity higher or minor lose $520 million every year. It is a benny I have eba ne sen ena ma ye bedu sam pempens we. These are questions are Ghana ni bia obehu sa report we bia no me unya abotre ntina me ka say me pesa me hwe because I wanted to read because it's linked to the IMF initiative. In the IMF for hwe say most times na IMF policy no omo pesa omu say ye very be homegrown initiatives. Say aban na owoso no wo ye nhihye ya obetumi asave sika edi aboa omani mpuntuom in his IMF no eba abeso wasene a one kasa wo local initiatives internal measures would control your monetary system revenue generation internal revenue generation system no there was sector by sector in the sector bia no e kwan ben so na ban efa so say ye lose sika from every sector and it say one sector alone and one area ya ba be ka che ye say you lose this $520 million every year eya sam sebe eya dia we need not to just look at it on a face value.
Face value.
Na yen komu na yemusa questions.
Ma memfa we say enka ho na yenya the clarity.
Okay.
Na Miss Kwe Chirimono
yes.
or state say the direct drivers include deforestation,
yes.
land conversion,
yes.
over exploitation of species, pollution, and the spread of invasive allied species. Indirect factors such as poverty, weak governance, erosion, and policy or market failures are also accelerating the problem.
And one thing I make focus na weak governance. Some na make because biodiversity issues, no, environment degradation issues, no, na mining. Most of them.
So what's Ghana water?
Yes. It or more try and say. And nam science say we need to know. Sika or mining lusuno $520 million every year. Most times na ye can quantify near show videos since I see a essay in Sua essay young forest reserve yes see a deplete forest reserve nama the same forest no oh hwehwe baby pie kan yes wura ha actually namo ahodo a obenya wa mo nyina mo dwane yes omo ko ni ade aha
ebi ni
ho biem ni nyina ne se asase a ne fomo yi anyankopon de adom ye no sade ye be bo ho ba ne yahwe ho yie na oman na nya so mfaso no ye nya proper governance system aye the money because for the first time aye timi man lines say yenko mining in forest reserve that is on mine ankasa no ye lucy yankasa yan credibility on mine ankasa no ya tena se aye hwenhan said ye on mine said we are comfortable in the ensign anim and on what basis on what convention and our baby beka say me my lines say yen forest reserve yen kotu fumagudi ho if you Kwame Nkrumah penso 19 kodo ho say ye tika no na ma ne hihye ekoso but a baby and wo ba ya ka say mama mo kwan monko forest reserve na monko tu fumagudi e ba ne sa no na depletion no ekoso yes say ye didi akom oh ye didi asase na baby o say e man na he say forest reserve na beboa ma ecosystem this biodiversity issue ecosystem say ye nim fama on ye wo kire be kire ye no enti sanya ma na be ye ho ban
before am about health nkoma ye di
yeah
amofra ye wo man from intimi nko wo mo adwene mu ni ade WHO dey about 900,000 annually enomu ifremo global
enti at the end of the day you ask yourself
Ghana will have almost one of three
yes and you ask yourself say preservations we man anka was ye would ye baby a omo ye no omo ye man ne kwampa ye trust ye be fight no ye timi fighting way no command lines say ye mbura forest enti at the end of the day no
out of sa or how we
you see in trying to craft a solution to that problem we say no in susansu bia yenya no na enu no ensi ye nkwan e ma ye nye say that solution na ne de beba na ye de beba you know president the guy say that cooperative mining system no said ye tibia ye roll up now let me tell you I have gone one. Me won't say me free mining area. I have Newmont. Yeho anyway. The abana come and ya and they say,
no, because you say,
see, man and now more yeno. Ye mrante now more galamsey no. Ye peso munyai. The enti omo no ye galamsey ne say omo since asiakese nyina dia ma big company no.
So big companies so akasa already no omo accept.
As say enti o come hono mo a Newmont e be release this concession no. Enti the abana ye ne say mo ye galamsey na obi anyai. Now monke kam humbo mu kuokuro ye fe no cooperative. Na ye mamon tete ye
na bigger companies in
supervise the community no empany for wo wa ahemfo DC police for any ade woni nyina na best for me committee na ya guide them operation of the mining said ye be ya obi ankoye galamsey biom because abrey yan kom men nyina no ensusanso no community for no so na efesi o yade ya ka kwasam no ne ade di nyina no community for na efesi it we abaya you sit down strategically pragmatic solution and as say also
okay
because okay say sometimes we go one community the whole community nyina say ya sorry ya ko yenyuma so no almost sorry a e man set an omko the whole community enti edu be bia wo dwene so we solve our problem no that would dwene sankofu mu no how are you going to cater for them to cater for them no and no this cooperative mining system no because we must have ban the human hye bebre e ba mabunu ni bibe den e benya ye but enye mabunu no so ahodo na ne krankrata o betumi akọ sa hye no enti me dem an usie no yade are moving forward as a country we need to create a strategic measure to look at the loophole. Kwaya ya first will lose $520 million afibia no. Ye abai wa ya abai. You make sure say at the end of the year, sa figure we are UNDP for a quote no. Ye reporters this year. And I believe in ya president Edigu Akwemo no. Ebe boa so manfo ni nyina just anhye no tum. Ye so you support the president ya sa sika we are use no o man be save you to me the aboa initiative ni development initiative there about
okay another year o man panyini e kan regards to galamsey we can say the fight against it no it's not an event it's a process
of course
and onon can say oh sir you declare state of emergency no we could declare and solve it the problem no tie no and at the okay or they bigger mining companies no ne ade no
nti mama can be careful because so raise our point almost say very important because said you make clarify bibi so abai remember abai atwa mu no nyamfie nwotwe mo ye omo niema afedi omo kwawie no na obi ehu de esise biem a abane ye enti ma omafo no ka say omo declare state of emergency ene yaba ena aba na transe bie issue ni mo wo ku problem ni say dey na aba no no yes son ha enti Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources esise ya omo di gu akwan mu ye ba ita na ka say ya ban the license to forest reserve forest reserve ya ban obi antumi nko man ya license akwa and we are about repealing the LI as well so say no and the cooperative man is say we are back and ya man try was say say ya me di gu akwa mu ti o man for monte ase me na solve us our problem we
na me ko kan be ka raise
you good pass wa ben wa ben o
en gwa no ba twa fo mu wo he usi tu no ti so ma be twa o
wa hwefo nyina any movement for change abusia any minyano ma yeshia wa henyana abna yeka ecosystem it got to do with life on earth braye bo wa asase so na che say include enoma bebre enye emoa ana say eyuo nsuo enam enua ene yankasa yakra ye ho enti say yeka ecosystem I said, Minya Bema Wakasa no you're very interested in galamsey, which is true. But yen koshe ye pono. Unse, ewiase no bebia ye bewo watu hono. Edwuma ewo ho, ena wudi kan ye. Se ye wo wutu nwura mu a, wobeka efuo kakra especially cocoa ase we dan wobeti cocoa ni bi
okay
na say ye wo to galamsey asase so a wobeka say aha ne to gold baby a ye wo me nti ma me ntu bi nti we ye dan a metu na say ye wo to mpo ano so a we ye dan abena wobekopo me kai me first station ye de me to ye that is for Kweku boys school no ye fan say school ni a eponi street no school ni e dan eponi street no na abena na me child dey class 2 na ye ma kwan ye ma breaker break over no hwe ankwala na hu omo
nkosumi
omo twi net omo twi that time no ewiem obeye 12 no second break no na net na ba net na omo toye no aba nti omo kwa akoboa na omo atwi bi na omo anya ye friend say enam kakra akofie nti at this tender age no omo nim say ye environment no ade a ye ni o na bna is so shocking say so wukọ baby a omo ye fishing na efi
if you with the notion say oh epo de nchini wom
exactly and with the notion say asoche no be ba be bo akọ ba no omo re fi say enam no efi bi wo ho a omo ndi no omo re fi say plastic waste na omo de tutumpo ano no plastic na enam ni feedi on a emwa enti abna ecosystem no de bia no aya na we look at enwuremu na ye jai ensuo no enam nso no na ye rekoye mu and this act no it lead to certain time enam no kwaya na ebima because of activity a ekọ wompo ano abna hwe there are certain method bia epofo na na say omo yi na fishermen fo na farefo no omo use certain nets at the fish enam na omo fish inketenkete ni nyina ye den efra which is not supposed to be done oyi nketwa ne fra wo bon so sort it out na oyi nketwa na gu nche by the time a odi begu nsuo na nketwa na ye den ewu
na revi say drew point be at that time fisheries yetimi efa key kotom detecting who say oh this time no mwana wo
exactly
so exactly
it is a this eco life of a enam no and as a fish no wo nsuom no sabana nya enhihye bia am protect na say de bia no ye short nam it will boil down to ye be kranam enti e ho no e na ye spending no sika na ye say ye de be ye project bi no ye de be kranam aba na nam no say ye kraba e chewo coastal ni mu na taste no cry den another health issue and don't forget to say yeah don't expect to say business woman no obetu egu obeho ama
wa bere
obeho na moya den what you say ukwa me say wo dwen health wo say me pe na ma ya ho are no now bia winnim say nam ne say ansa na so you see the process how e course here na ya yare near hospital then we spend on drugs na ni nyina o mining spending e wo sika ho abna eno nso ho ye nuanu ma omutwa enua ye nuanu ma omuton enua wo ko enua dwa so a bebre otwa onua na ka me hu ye no
illegally
illegal oni ko ye legal kra no otwa onua okita license ayese galamsey okita license obesan sensua sensase inti edua no otwa onua and obetwa edua bi and this is enua so a na sabiye nanan die nduro mayen
esama yem frama
fresh air ene enua ni nyina yira and these are the activity of eco life yen as a human activity no ye use your human activity ye dey say no ba me nya be makasa I realize something say na oteto politics too much enye ni na ebetumi a politicize no some age na yan kasa ye human activity so sebi se wukoja wonan e wompo ano a enye ndc ni anase movement for change ni an MPP ni na be kasa corner toilet e wompo ano never pollute nsuo no anase wukotwa enua e wo kwaye mu wuko hunting rough hunting be bia ni ya hunting na enam e ye say ye reserve na Donald Trump aya oka o say they are chewing our cats, they are chewing our dogs yen tiasie no ono tiasie because of respect emoa ba ye bibifo na emoa no ya ye chere ye wie so a method a ye de bechi omu nyina no wrong ye we so your friend say different and diabolic method obi ho so mefidi a aduane o de beto ho wa poison aduane no ansa na aboa na bedi wudi wi a wo bewi ebeko wo mu na me bra ka so kan bibi about galamsey abna na o kan de na cooperative na ye mo manifesto mu no galamsey o mo de sense your sense aseno I believe say you did a lot of consultation and sana you came up with problems and solution in the manifesto. Good. And in the manifesto no mutual ya to the extent that mutual kwanya mo be faso mo be save ensuo na mo save ensase no which is the ecosystem life no. And in the manifesto again man trust say ya ba mo the sojafo be ko ho. Man trust say ye ba ye beba be gym galamsey aduma ma obi na mo trust say ye ba enhihye papa responsible mining ekwan papa a ye be fa so a yensensuo nsensase no eno na mo de beba na mebisa mo ya na because this time no ye hu say there are a lot of crashes e wa galamsey site eno na me din kan no these people are the various site galamsey site we ye they go do no be dey omu betu inti adena enhihye papa ebe boa na be preserve yensuo na preserve yensase na even up preserve yenwia ni yenya fresh air no mon start ye no moment tentem na mo pre mo ho na mo di soldier for because this practice amoye NPP previous government bi amwa enu na ma minus ana galamsey site no omunya gidie wo mumu ne omu be kokasa ye no omunya adwen bi se mo dwen omu ho mu ye nti omunya hope wo mumu a e ma omu to aba ma omu bum nti se mo kohwe mo statistics baby amu wini aba gidigidi a galamsey site ka ho bebre ena ma NDC wini aba but here is the case omu ba ye na kwakwa ye se ye de ama campaign akese ya ye say but they forgotten that these people omu mining sector they relate to omu ni mo ho what come back what come nyina abna minim say we were tontokro crash between the military and the youth now they were ready to face the military almost
no mo shishi ni ade to say
and also they were ready to face them say whether they would die or not because no aduane it is at this juncture now say NDC you are practicing the same thing previous government did shishi excavators CZ excavators and the military eco face ya wa hanomo is it asawase 7 or asawase 9 ye kunkumo mo obuase kwan no so no it was made out to galamsey issue ya e was previous government
mampanyini kan say you know sa blue water guards no mo hu say omo so far omo training wo mo no omo nso because awofa ebo tano ni adeka say omo guard yina no a omo eche champagne ni ade a no ma hye no ne ade still omo nso nti no so ye part of it omo besan training
abla blue water guards no ye adwuma de
omo besan training microphobia
omo ye adwuma no
omo side de omo kan
omo ye adwuma no yo ene me gina sa ekwanya nso na masre your friend say minister for lands and natural resources say adwuma no esom omiem that ministry alone ain't to me fight this galamsey issue because galamsey na hu ne sa no very broad on bringing more hands on board ebo wa na group bi na institution bi omo wa adwen bi a ye betumi e di restore land no omo wa adwen bi a ye betumi e di eduenua ni a shemra say this area ma census no ye restore the land back or can give that portion alone to an institution bi a or be carry along but say ni nyina no a year ministry no kwa na fight abna they can't and they bia me ka say sa na ekoso no if this government take care obeya ade nyina fefe amaye obeti petrol so city benya hoden obeye say but galamsey ebe say ni nyina ebe take that shine na nka ye say oye den onya no in order say ye benya ye be ye say ye be seize say ye boka ewo ecosystem degradation ni ade ho no we should also control the human behavior yan so yen control ye no ma bia ye tutu nwura egu nsuo mu echoku gutters ekobo ye nsuo mu pollute nsuo nyina no ye nyina ye start ne ye reset our mindset na yɛmfa mboa government no enye bibia na yɛbɛka sɛ government politics na yɛyɛ ne saa megidi sɛ yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim na ɔmam Ghana benya ne ntoma pa
okay Jennifer sana meba also no Ruth Nana Equia the message about miss you Auntie Jenny and welcome back once again. Okay, Richard Nketia, good morning Sister Bana, please tell Queen that we miss her. Okay, Saso and Asofu Jones there was a nice show. Prophet Jones watching from Efiekuma yo yedase Saso and Ajiwudin Nana Jomo Nkwanzan so about also the Australian government is strictly enforcing the mining laws to ensure responsible mining practices. Our president should do the same here in Ghana, flying small-scale mining to Australia while failing to enforce our own mining laws and regulations is much ado about nothing, and yet another waste of taxpayers' money. Okay, so na Oyibo Boateng and so Ede Abba or say Oyibo Boateng Achoma, member of NPP Media Patriots. It's now obvious that the finance minister wasn't doing something extraordinary to manage the city, but Bank of Ghana intervention by the pumping more dollars into the system stabilize the city. When the fundamentals are weak, the real exchange rate will expose you. Greetings to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Justin Kodia, Frimpong, NPP General Secretary, Honorable Amwa Ewuku, Ashanti Regional NPP Secretary, Hopeful, and Kujo Bamba, NPP National First Chairman, Hopeful, into Oyibo Boateng, so they are there, and Jenny, my member also. Hey, my member Isaac, and so Eddie about is it Isaac? Okay, NPP stay in opposition 50 years. Elephant is dead, never come back.
150 years in count in age, and Obenya near Riase.
Okay,
or 50 years count on the age.
Now, reading the message, I'm responding to.
Okay, what can I make?
Okay,
now maybe say 50 years can age one Obenya need the other.
I'm
watching. I mean, or more female or more mama quaba. Me do be say, and say you can't biodiversity child someone. And same baby, and say, me and will be a fear far and more. And
Nipa ne
only MP ni DC a friend honorable. On so
oh, that's honorable dear.
Fan su say and then niyama.
Usu no buy it me no honorable.
Me cranko for tafrin because you subai on. Peter you subai.
Okay.
No correct. Abna men so be fa a form. Ye galam since and someone they say niyama. Because we hear more, we share, and some idea about today. More nipa kura ya sitting in masasi so in ria in suwa, and they said ye manage in so. They say we share social media. A kamya is in subi a wobia na ya breso. Na Peter bumi in yaso. Mimi dear madrini muti see the comes to say na can soon one any acting. But I'm saying it's becoming worse. Galam say someone there. Yet to me mreneka. Yebeko swaka. Oh yeah, where say also Ghana water for can see ye betun so. I'm patrol need you more report to you. When you're here, some sister station back over the weekend or one can say ye betu electricity tariff more 228%.
And your proposal.
A proposal. Now patrol from 17.45% equal 200.
Stakeholders engagement or more.
Matua Sododo. Say ye they are not starving or honey and give 2 more. 1 kilowatt no from 19 cities no be 61.32%. Friends Ghana cedis 61.32 Ghana cedis. It is auto 300 Ghana first trips are there cha say photo. Enra chimikaze ma from enra na me ko adwuma me to 200 Ghana na me say e betu ye 2 more. They say obeto there be obeto 100 cedis. Obeko ba na asa wodamu ana asa be say duma ho ma cha na wasa akoto aye de e so.
That is the life such proposal na engo to say ma propose.
Enya ma propose. Oma propose nipa na ekotena se ne yakọ adamboa enye nipa na ekotena se akọ omunyintum ye omugitum abaye dey omunyin ukepu kama ye di beats agu no kon omugitum abaye dey dey na abaye ntimi nya ho hwe empire ne yese rade so omo nyi nto omo be ho bibi a omo hwe nya ho bibi mai dalam sensensem ye kan ye me se wiase ene ma ye ma ye nsu a ese afia e kan enam asem wo se nsu na ase ye se fish ne ko bi titi nsu no mu de apart from ye puyi ne barikese a ye yi sem so fa hope ne nkotu ye na ye omo tutu omo ma he ana pudo omo de excavator ni simu emba me mo kwase ye wo ana omo ma ho so se gaba na nko ma ba ho ana omo akọ barikese nsu ketewa bi animu unim sa empatom de na asi sa assemblyman bi enya wona assemblyman bi afiri mu omo claim say soldier for ni bi tuo na allegedly ntina meka say claim no enya ho nko awo ensem a ACC na enu na no pamitie mampani enu asem minim sem na obi ti press na wo mo sister station okay FM news at 6 o'clock mampani say state of emergency no obi en ho betimi declare na emom je o de komra hye bedwam o te adwam mfo ho na ye hwehwem pensempensi mu ansa na yetinye declare state of emergency mampani no masa na make nya no pe mo station no mo boy o sister station o from mo underground no mo na born no pe mampani na e ka sa asem when we had yenim sadi mampani minim so onimra onim sade ye hyehyɛ sade pese ye ne ma bi a ye digu of course bi enne tumi na ba wie kasa na besesa I understand him but no onim sade we ene bra na mo de jegu ye chem emnam so man kofo gira so to abeti aye. Say yes, sense one part of Benedium.
No, I know, but my yes, once I do campaign time now. Yenzi for some one more pay because Yanti and film pay in state say declare state of emergency.
But then
we had people like, even aside that and a company there were people also demonstrate here. Our more
because she tie waha. Then so ko bogo range hospital am ko she tie waha. Ma pem fo nyina ka me function na me kyerɛ say. Man penia no asama all canon. But Sabra and say no no cry didn't come from him. Enkofo ana kan ye nkofo ni bi the supposed neutrals are no more kasa na saka mampani wo no pa banwen no pa konye ya ba bidi sabra mampani who say state of emergency and declare it just like that
o say nye event
o say nye event it's ye time no dey na ye bedwa na ye dwabo ya bo na wo say ye bodwa no na danko akufo ado his excellency baby o wa no pa bia me chia no na nkom do obeka say declare state of emergency me nua Peter kasa no kan asem bi o say mampani be hwehwem te say de make kan we hwehwem no say nye one day event matiase nye one day event ampa ya kasa gitumi awie na ye hunu say nye one day event o say ekoka ho asem nipa free mu nipa ya tukotena e wo sabana ye ya we nipa over 14,000 ye tukotena wo kodibu a Peter o ya we obetra koram kasa obe empathize with them to me na bury and may you say state of emergency and yet one day event but it is something that has to pass through parliament, has to be discussed, has to be put on table for discussion and suddenly it may declare state of emergency and your boy Ghana for so say abai NPP abai e ni paboni for mu say so or mu say we me patcho say you free so makasa Ghana for ti o monima say make say so ma chia dum PZ for pe chia PZ for and no Peter but who dey say dum PZ uhuye zuba mu eye operations no hu ya clear omu tables no but oni dem o msa mu de akon omu yonom kokoro from me mo makye no pa bi krom fu asantefo adum pizza to hu de asie niema ebe sesa niema ebe si dey say no culture of silence ni nti wo kasa wo ahro kasa yie me ma amajima wawu me ni na fish adakora ya ma me mo me amfama anko ba wi asem ba ye ba ko tu kasam na o msa de because say said you obekan bi ezi ati obi am saka me said you obekan bi ahwa na kunfun yetie ya bo be wura de ade ahye yeti ya ba be fam ko ti wo kasam na no de na mo asam said ye ka no ne ye be ka no enne asam a UNDP fo kan nyina no me fire nsase ne nsu a esen 8 to 9 months yentimi nya ho hwe asaban a wo maba so ama nipa fa ho hwere wo mo nkwa da bia beda benya ne bia galam setai obi ankowu antoma yesi ya boni tuo enye sa abre so na eba na emu abetwam nanso se de mo bo mo nton ka mo nsam se ye ba ne aba be ye ni yie yuku ubetimi anante wo black app yi so that is TikTok bonzo obi say ya ba ne aba ya take over no dey obi video na wata but as we speak when we talk about galam say MPP ni a wan hwa wo legal license kra no me nye sure say ubetimi kwa kosa wo kwakotu menya sure so ubetimi akosa wo kwakotu and then sensual affected
Queen.
Oh, I can't say boy 520 say.
Now say you compare galamsey asemui. Yeah, $520 million. Yentimi and stressing be on this abain because Rebecca said barely 9 months. What you say?
It's how we are 3 months. And no more 8
years to 9 months.
8 years to 9 months.
On said difference.
But now you are say I can't feel me and some swimming and near Kotuaba.
But saying
it's young 28, young 2027, not ya can't want some more. Not that not there.
What they pragmatic, policies what they fight here.
So we folded our hands. What you are saying, someone peninsula what the pragmatic measures and what they best solve it. And you one day event to declare a state of emergency. Meaning Peter so I bind my peninsula forest and event to solve it will need time. And I mean we have been also and when fellows so say we ain't teaming come because I almost 9 months in here. And I'm maybe say need you moon patcho. Yeah, breast on we will just folded our arms like this for our water bodies and for your forest. Say best say
I never said that.
No, you won't come patcho need you. And you yes I can. What's not come go to her. But what I'm also answering with your question is say yeah breast we folded our arms. Bebo. Yeah, your operation Galam stop. Your operation then operation Vanguard. Your operation when we had million NDC for you. No, but so not here crampona. You better near me not to be okay. Now go be our bedroom me chair no pe ko mona bus. What mona bus mo have a friend no see near by your member you not so fin about 3 am. I'm sorry. What's in there be your member me ko bedroom. Enti you better o must say you see a team map ko ya many be into one one friend. O di penny or bedroom. Kwaku boahe. O di penny bedroom abonse. Kwaku etna hakai. Sa aban no mrante ne maba na ni adwuma ye. Ya te Galam stop. Wo madwuma kakra mo koye ne ya sa de tuo ne niam akwakosi wo so. Ye wo minister bi ayen abre so okoto niam a na hwe fom ene ye wutu nam na ya sekora ne ehu obetim di akọ. Ni nyina ya ante ho. So I'm saying say there also say 9 months back in office. Ebia we have to give them time minimum. Say be a 2050 and need with due respect. So 2050 maybe on betting can want some there. Mint chere. Say 2050 a cheap maybe and say 2060, say 2030, say 2027. And Obeka want some median for I cannot ascertain. But what I'm saying is that the old catching for no original so to Abama. Now common share new money say Kabosumi Nkunu why baby. Come back to and coming as and be on camp patrol. But when you come back after 9 months, pay whatever you said during campaign time. Now the catch them is say and yeah 1 day event. Ebeka 3 months amaya call elections. Now neutrals in the CEOs CSOs be ekeka ho nsam ya de to the extent that Glossack abaju my fortress say saban na o my no a president na issue state of emergency. But we do fit dey go for me sit down strike. We had all these things happening in Ghana. We and carry. Yeah, we say a state of emergency. Yeah, we say a state of emergency. And yeah, 1 day event. It's a process that has to go through Parliament. And yeah, there. Bibi obi any unsem pa. Cho mo chichen krofo no. Asma man pani kan no na makoti ne ha. Obi amfa na de be gugu me nsa meche me mpe Black Maria ho anopa ni diem. Dem o de me kan say. Se ne yese necessary. Yentimi ntwan fie wo ha. Yentimi ntwan o mo fie me nsa. Bosome nkron na aka no. No ma ba be ka kire yese afi no ma ye nheseye. E de ne me agu akwan. Nti de UNDP kan de me pato we nso a affect your fish ne ne ma e won nsuo mu no kora mpo na. Me nya sure say e ka na o mo kase ye bo no. E ba kunanim kora chen say.
Ye bon pa ye say.
Yes, Awurade. But e ba kunanim
mami bisasa aside ye omompanyini fight against Galamsey e ho say.
Enko do ntimi nya ho hwe.
No expectation partner say dey na wo share ni mo so omompanyini ye.
Me expectation ba ko na maka kire o.
Any Galamsey na.
Eno ni ade e di enya because abna hwe yem fa bibia nto nchen. Na ya dwanto ma husu waka bibi wa ha afa de wo se nkrofo no nhwehwe mu na PRC fo nhwehwe mu na dwuma me ka kire so benya paper no ne ma no boaboa na dwuma a wo so ye no no so mo nhwehwe no mo fa ne ma mo makire ma de kronti aye tum ye di frinka ne no so a o se abo bitimi so nka se sole ye so frin so o beba so ye di frin so no
are you suggesting
ye di frin so no so ye de banka ye di frinka ne so ye de beba so
say o man pay ni declare
yes say unya more time
emergency na you be okay. ade potent na wo hwese onyemfa galamsey ho.
To be honest with you, that state of emergency now no more expect say ye be issue a ye dey red flag ye ka say nsuo forest any nsuo mu gold to no red flag to say the or cast okay mu so my expectation is that said your moka so mo begu no ka ombetimi am obi ade ne niam agu fom ba bia meti ya na mtena kan say some MPP fo na etu a obi am mo ne nkofo NDC ne MPP obi abo no yonko so obi am fa ne niam agu fom because 9 months in there was say yensu anani ate Amma yeti abo na ba so betra me twin kan galamsey ho asa but I plan said yeti any baby e hebre a aye worse ani pekum ne niam nyina e ba mu ne do we have a long way to go as
me viewers now about messages na me fa bi fam Jomo Pokuase Festus about say after listening to the president's engagements with the press especially on galamsey menace, I am afraid to say we have completely lost the fight. We can never crack down illegal mining and associated problems with pampering at this juncture when miners have the effrontery and gust to openly fight state security on site. On the level of insecurity in the country, I think the state security apparatus should tackle this yawning doom with same with same alacrity with which they arrest social media activities who for culpable. Until we say Jomo Pokuase DNO Diabano, do Timothy and so Diabana, please. When the report is given, is it not within a period or annually? Means from January to December. Does it mean that Peter is saying the report is not covering parts of the last 9 months? We say Yasama wono so ebisa bra jagos and so edie no eno said the economy is already hard and the ECG is proposing increment. Ghana Water Company too is proposing increment and Ghana Gas too is proposing increment. So Mr. President, what are you doing about the economy hardship now? Greetings to incoming MPP flag bearer Kennedy Ohene. Okay, so and Odikro Nana Kobena Ata, and so there about great submission by Efia Kwanchawa, and also Edienono. So and a squad saying, and so there but President Mahama has implemented pragmatic measures in the fight against illegal mining. Inti we say inti ekwe ni mo mesa kenkan bi nso e de ama ahwefo me so me see ye next year so ex Niger Delta militant group member arrested for allegedly plotting to embark on kidnapping business in Ghana. Inti we say yen sama ba beto just abre die nipa miensa na enekrata no mu no net away the Chronicle dia e de e ba ye no nkomodie ekoso ema eye Nigeria womo enso bambo dwumako ni bi enomo frɛ Ghana enso so into Nigerian Police Intelligence Unit and Interpol NSB NCB na sabe omo reveal ya womo ma eye Ghana posifo nso asoti omo hwehwehwehwe mo chese jemu no kwa wiye ne de na chese no krebi e wo sansem ne beto edwa no na chese ade omo kan ne se omo so omo beje omo be cheche eye ogborofo omo ebi wo omo nsem no omo plania omo nkomodie ni kire ye nsuo so na speedboats ne bi na omo be yuso na omo ahye security uniform said e be ya yenhumpo se bi omo ye nipa bonefuo bi na chese omo de omo ho enum a we say ene sa plotting na omo plotting ya needie na said ya na pa na akosia sapon echeche mu no asere sempo ne se bra ye so omo no yebusa we nipa mienu amomadi nkomo mu nim ho hotel amoda same hotel yes some point bisa se wunim we we si we nim we si we nim we 1.5 million naira ho sika chese mo beje e ba Ghana sika ma 20,000 Ghana cedis nti wo bedi bone aden efi ama me sha se e de efi wi ama ba Queen Peter de Jesus
abena asemi ehu
pa
me ready ye no na akoye to say a well calculated thing I say obiti ne mind so na ono egeji ye oboros ye sikafo a omu wo bi businessmen omu wo bi no ma calculate how omu ba be kidnap omu na at the end of the day no so no say oba ye be man ebusuya 20,000 Ghana cedis that is 1.5 million naira na omu di ahwe ebusuya no enti ono wo Ghana wo ye operations no na ye hwe na ebusuya ma no na che se wakoye sa akayi da terrorists wo bibi sa say o giving say mikoye wenye besisi enti hwe na ebusuya wo fie mame and at the end of the day no ex-Niger Delta militant group, which means omunim security no mem, and they are very intelligent people. And abna adia ba kwa mi reading woman na makume 2 years and say omu be share security uniform. Na omu mfa nwremu, omu mfa fomo be nam so. Abna e kai bi asem bi a panyin bi ka kire memre bi say ye no kwadi a enye Ghana ye security say ye tighten no. Oye adwuma wo my friend is saying no ye adwuma wo Navy Naval Base Takrade. I said there was a time omo wo base wa and omo hu say US flag pie e wo nsuo nase, which means the US submarine no abehye for a very long time they didn't know.
Wow.
Until US flag na pie US Navy we no pie no na they all have to salute. Is it that your security no your new equipment your de hwe sa no ma no your intelligence na nye two way anasa de hwe asame da ha we no me read and me na me nim story no me buy na me quickly me beg man see through and na me hu ye e very dangerous but na at the end of the day no yen to me so and preventing people from coming to Ghana because enra me ti o man panya asem no bi ko raise in Nigeria insensemi be by. Emo mampenyi ka said because of interfree continental trade in Tino, there are certain rules be it doesn't allow them say omo be miemi omo be brave. Nemo there are rules be omo be to say be a wo be ye adwuma wa ha wa ho den to saying we see kasem to saying and as one be regulate adwuma bi a any foreign na oye den oye. And when it comes to movement, so be a free. Be a free because ebi na your friend say ya mami toko no CJ asam to na otumi ma so ko ECOWAS or Nigeria say komunka bi mami. It which means African countries, you know, we have friends. Ye nuanom na wo to wo man so na so wo dream bone emaya. Who say we prevented the good ones from also entering. Because as some way aba no me medin kan dey abosobode kese ama ye national security because we hwema omo interlace with the Ghana Nigerian police intelligence unit and omo to me come up with this epo a omo tena say abo no omo dey abek kidnap no omo kidnap
no omo dey adwuma omo trace ye and omo timi konya wo mo so direct phones no phone no communicating
na omo kidnap so no omo demand ransom money from your families national security nyame nhramo na ye be hye mu nkran say mon koso na munya adwumaden because sa normal we ye epiepie no bebre hye ho even not only foreigners ya ho o man mu adwen a ebi mo de wo etna ete o man mu wo nkofo ho omo be kidnap ewudie ebi kunkum obi na ne obi adamfo immigration service money na damfo o de ne ka kotua oba wo ho wo so o magi ne sika wekun ya man mu wekunu just like that enti adwen fear we ye trimu no de bia ya na me ka say it is time yes, a government research and they shouldn't only limit with political. I agree mindset me I want to hear me pa because these are some of the mindset a didi that we sit on social media now you are inciting comfort to disturb the peace you enjoy now we can now yeah the politics
okay
we can yeah the politics into your best security tighten your borders in my obi rema they should make sure so omo be check omo be inspecting it thoroughly what na dream nyina no omo be kona dream no mo say akoye oba ye man na dream da ho de adwen ye adwuma na o ti say bi onyare na oba be di ewudie bi wa ha no wakode because Ghana the peace that we are enjoying we have to protect it it is better national security as mon koso na mo adwuma pa na ye ntumi enjoy your peace ye enjoy wo man mo say we omo be execute ya ke ni mi bi ye de nyame so say at the end of the day amaso and this is for one show
mama bra queen so
we dey say your money tilto
Peter fi say what jani mo
say
abnai so utia wo na chi akoye adwuma na akoye ma adwuma na mboa udru immigration you didn't just pass
no not at all
when you say you krobi or Ghana ha when you take their visa long year visa what's na ho 1 year 2 years na udru immigration it means how we feel we are mokro no obi ehu oni sign wa no aba
madam you say you be more but you ma days I will be due
of course 90 days
beyond 90 days
and you go beyond no abna when you get to the migration who do migration now you will be questioned as to why you got the visa you got the visa 2 years when your visa no long years right let's say about 7 8 10 years what now 2 years
one but
I was so ultimate I want it me some aba fi afia can't do more. I want to what been in your don't want some kind come back. Trust me, even acquiring their visa, when your visa now, also a Juma and I say, be binti.
So, no state visa, the amount of interest guarantees for entry.
Also, call a type B1, B2, also call holiday. What transfer 2 years because you have long years. Tio.
Now, Okoba na crampo na udru honoma.
Okoba.
And so ultimi hu asem ke.
Madam Fubi or visa no call okoye na course or London. No call Germany ko hwe na busua. No call say Christmas. No call Madrid. Or back to Germany or go back to Canada. Back to what do you call it? London. And san or back Ghana. On say 1 month no trips away. O man ti ase bi ti o yes trips. Even though no certain position. Dia baby o gina na ye. Omo question why we abakokra na flight to enti as to how ani pa bitimi trase hu se Ghana ye kuro no aye say ye de ye fo sa na nipa bi mu azumi nti no e wo se ye trase mo na mo ben ye fanso so ye betimi abewura ma be ye bibi say ye to ye nkwala na ye ma bebre okra no mo nimo abna ye nkwala ni ma ye ka HIV nka se kuro bi so fo na kofa bai but there's a particular area in Accra here o ma be dominate ho o mo je wo dan kwa no o ma say dan no o mo wi a afia wo de se enche so de wo yonko ni aban afia na kan yo wo chiche ni pa na afia na kan
asa mi mo kuro
afia na kan na me ka tro
say ye mi kuro
o ma ba be de me ka tro say culture of silence wo de so wo yonko ni aban tinya de o mo che wo na de tie ni hweyare ne niema e koso sisi so watimi atena se abotire for 20,000 Ghana cedis of course it's a huge sum of money
obi
wetin dey the business
1.5 million
and the be ye dey sika ketua
ye dey buy dey man
and just to maintain the family
exactly now so watimi tena se obi ye na adwuma te se despite me ye na adwuma na watena se abotire mu pop so obi a businessman obi a politician you don't know how be a nipa na fa a politician bia na sebut afacha wadwene mu ususu se bia obokro no na wo sika your politician bo I quite remember me opposition member baako those times 2018 2019 one the punch bia bibi kura mama na back corner ye de nyese be de cancel me ka kwa ko se nya politician bia na office se be wonya no ho aso wonya no obo ho dedicatedly obeso mo hwan okoye no hwe I go back to the cool that means you get a mind. It's not cool. And you get the nerves. So you get the finance. So Kennedy, it's not me cannot. Hey, you got the nerves. North America, Canada, North America for both. So it's not cool Nigeria. Alataha. Let me pray a tire. Yes, sir. A pump bisha say. Me faka. Me fahu ne mo
security is then
security ntade na me hye na maintenance so no bi no te Ghana abre obi akọ science no dia ye yi kakra kakra bedu be say me ba be kid na me be moa wa hye botom na bo akọ hye ba bi me demand friends sika kese afri won kofo ho na wo so obi wo krampa wo din ni ade obi adwuma na bi o hye so na office obe chichi nkofo nya mo na mo ye oyela kese ana mo nkofo ma che o ma mo masa and these are ex military men eti omu nim de na omo yempacho ye che omo no ya repatriate omo back
no oh there be na say asem we dey intimi nchi
na mpacho your constitution e betimi e di omo asema omo madam ha ana Jesus ado omo
aha omo be di omo bone
aha omo be di bone
enti aha
eti he ya no me konsa wam akwa dem anamboa me say me intimi nye
because omo hu ne say there's a possibility say the padoa
odwene odana adwene te say de na afie ka adwene mu say odana adwene na ye security hu say bia bi adwene na toche opese odi bonu opese odi awe o nim ne so opese odi bonu di ewa criminal de etimi chew so nim eti de omo ye mpache o nye say ye de omo akokota ne mfom
yare mandi wo mo
anti omo akokota me yare man ye ne wo tie dwom mfom ma beche no enti no say no dia kwa pese ne say
okay
ya che omo no minim say Ghana ye mamra no ye de be ye adwuma na adwen pom nyai we o ma ye fufofo so ho han ko mutimi execute plan na ko mo so be tie sema baba ye bi meaning why people should think that omo sister country be here so weak so that we in their mind so
okay queen
so when you adwen say o baba kidnap businessman o be kidnap obi o ye we o baba ye ntia na awo ho bi free we be kidnap nkura bi water crade o kai sa ankola no see ye bobo di na bi ye togolese bi ye hwan for so o be kai sa asem na
ye America for the
e bi ti wa breso so o be kai a Sansen some no e be Togolese ni ade nya Ghana fo ni nya hwe Ghana no hu ne se ete ya no baba ye ni ade no ye mpen tokwa wo ye nya ntokwasem
I mfanti mo ye be kan say
yen
ye pasum
ye
pasum what you say eti no yes mo security no they smart I think nipa so ma o intelligent but abna yes e ka funu ye kama dampan omo ye no ma anya ne kwade hard informants here eti minim so omo so ya che omo a
omo nyina
informants no so omo so ye Ghana fa no mfo no ma betra ha ni bi Nigerians ma ba be dem dey to bi krom na na fie rabi madan dey dan rent okoji a os dey $1 be ma Nigerian o de mana omo timi to dan na so
rent eno so pie mu panyin address
na omo timi to dan na se timi connect telcos internet na nam dynasty be di boni sam say next house Sunday dream say abrofo no nya omo niama onya ni sika ne ade otimi bu Ghana ni ba wo so sa no be gyan na bofom na so be na ma me ache wo fe na misro so mo de be ba me sokra but you see I was say you careful obi ma akwa ma betena ni kurom me bia me call ye and they say Saskatchewan ni bi minim if I've gotten the name right Jesus na e ka say atem ni di krobi within province be within krobi country and yes obi abefo obi ba so the girl na wo no nya issue them say akra no school no akowia no me phones 3 me fill me document it is only this number na me trust me say fear like abna 2:30 p.m. awia they were able to send message na almost send across over take pen e okronum but what is us on the mobile phones all the 3 phones got the message they don't have this my number they don't have the other number a lot of people don't even know so to quiet conversation be have been in WhatsApp being in normal call it's being recorded and so you ask yourself say see them so they can be we kuro yimu say obi kura adwen bone obi edi bone na kia maya ya alert almost send akura ni chinu ye brown it has brown eyes brown hair nipa na say you su car omo the car number plate no and the timi hu nipa ban ya wo yenti say wo hia sa car na don't make attempt say bia wo kochi no leave it to the police is tracing it me say the 3 phones they were able to send messages
to more system no
then they have every before you get to the immigration they have information about you but they surprise them and say for the first time I've been going to places but I hope anyway say they were able to send message to numbers that they don't have
say with almost system here so once you've entered now
phone so here juma na dia I will use Ghana number o ontimi ka say bia ukro na call so na number kan ya be bia am call
you
once I was in my dimpa
why din ti obi aso be din
ma mente me cafe we mfiri ho
wo beti bi afiri ho biem
atiefuo
queen
majano
je dikan me nu afia wo ko hwe manifesto ni mo 0.8 under how to deal with galamsey no you can say you would have ruthless campaign against galamsey ntina obisa say die ntina you use security ni ade ade no it's part of
they are ruthless
me so mo ma kwasin kasa
you see
rabna ya won chirim
you can say you be banning the mining in forest yeah
okay
blue water guards I see punitive measures or more be consume such no gold board and she ni na e wo no and as a cooperative mind na ye kan so e wo and ni na such we mu nyina gusu a Ghana for dia dances ye na queen e
itio
Ghana for ma monfie nwotwe
of course
enfie nwotwe ne kwa wie ye no ye fa ne social contract what my ne kwa wie ye a ye hu se ensisa amaye nyina no ayedan atonsuom contractor ye nam wono so eba wie ye it will last resort ne saying and no nam so ama Ghana forecast say put emergency or not Ghana say because your tenure is ending when she say ye bia anya agyenyas ayi ensisa abo nyina asa and that was why Ghanaians call it say do this. Now, what remember Opa? Gan Oma Busan direct questions and final president Mama Kasa.
Oh, no me answer. The
president na Ghana for ato abama no. When you busome nkuno anasa busome nwotwe. Afen wo sise and waka jam say minimum fee 9 contract. Afie di kan no esise we na meye. Ameku atia sa de we. Enu ti na me cooperative mind na enne concession na communities no mu nintia omo yesa galamse no me dia mo e design na ba na beje concession mo say me non chrechere na ye mine no wo kwampa so e be da no bi be fa kwati kwa zo kwa galamse e ji wo be no ye betew e ti maso don compare mo mama mo fie nwotwe no to boso me nkron ensise ye aye no say na mo ka say mo ye e tetenkira mo nye president nka say sa your friend say you puti is it what emergency
state of emergency
no or can say it's not ade ayenye o si ono no hihye a odi bu community no sa a state of emergency no it is part of a latter measure to say the mama mu afie nwatwe that is the last resort because mama mu no it was the last resort people were calling
because of say security agencies e wo pass
yes
the mama last one
enti yenye hihye ye bebrade ko no say you blue water gas and about 1,000 Ghanaians we dey omko say say the blue water gas no mo ye adwuma aye chichen ko
yes kalam say for nyanyo
oh ya nyenye mo bia edimi na bai na tira wo say enti say ye pona ye bia ko and the Ghana for ya proper what am I make ya proper engagement with the people and the problem na ye solve no mo said the president mama bu mai no said the moya ne man toka no mo hwe the president mama e bu mai no na mo ne tire na mo fa pen and paper na mo trotro na mo tro note said the be ya e bi after 32 years bi no Ghana for consider say after 32 years no mo mra mo oh asamba nyabotre eno no Ghana for betua consider mo enti report na e ba ye no o say e ye annual kunei it not just say annual mu ye ndu this is a report under your government and no discuss
you know reports and no does it mean
annual for this 2025 no
9 months no okay
yes after the young call aye me pass o pass asamba nya botre abra kwen e bua me komo na de paper na da wani me fa na yemfa ni komo o be so on fa de da nanim no oh fine so aha me tire na de bi wo paper na nim we can just president mama asamba
we can trace you no
fantastic en komo na yidi no
ene se kamu nya
wo asamba nya botre ye kan se we ni na bia me de ade na ko oh me see we can trace you and no president mama can send me to Ghana for
also we can trace
sani pa bon for mo say kuntura se
any social media nko
they say sa de we ya Nigeria for mo botrim pop boni we
nko na mudi
as security forces of Ghana security forces of Nigeria akabum ayate sankrofo no president mama say men kantra Ghana ni a wo hwe say we can trace you baby a wo se kuntuna se bopo boni bia we can trace you ade na start free baby o abna
na ko wi baby
e free baby na ko wi baby Ghana phobia mo na MPP phobia mo ntiase se die ntia emrante yo mo titi social media eni ebeku wei eni ebetima yo se ya titi o mo no mo oh akwen asamba nya botra they are all intertwined ni nyina ye intertwined
power na wo ho ntia
e be na na kwa obi betuma nya kokodu akwotena social media so aye den aye video sometimes omo ya omo ebi mo omo trotro niam na omo fo omo di ankasa nya den enko but president say we can trace you say the ya Nigeria for you omo course secret course oh and omo ye na track course no and ya chi omo kwaya ya fa so chi omo no go be a wo potri mo poboni bia no president say men can just say we can trace you adie we ya kasa Nigeria for asem no ye mo security capos na baso abne and the way our security agencies no teaming up now you busy up our security intelligence on mine so we need security intelligence pekena you are empty if you are busy up security intelligence ama any information across the neighboring the borders no are very tight. Our system gadget the monetary system no is highly activated and no president mama can signal bureau asem me akasa me boss me salute no doctor Atabuatin na dano how they are monitoring the airways no will be with the agro ye becho into some Nigeria for omukra get gadgets mo de ye scam na dia no say ye track you ho a word to a wise yes it is in the north wale baby I do as some minor science security in system no you look at the agro baby a be free baby asem be a be free baby no I was seeing now but 10 years mama one typical example in the system abrantie ba ku ya chini you see the video what threaten say you be ku we ni ade no hwe sa abrantie no me be man example no what you say okọ afiase no why na o say o friend we afiase abrantie wa threaten obi say obeme you be ku president no
na you changing the cells no
yes no o say man friend no the former vice president of the republic on the president ne call contest and a far phone a friend will afiase ye abrantie ni fi afiase no nipa go share no yes vice president on the president no e call contest in security intelligence funny panetra you think about the allies of the person one na are connected to SAS nipa ya okasa asem we and the asem all kind of the premium better so nipa no how he's connected obi a wakose you be president na ya tina koto afiase no when we about don't think catch so okọ afiase nipa ofe no the vice president former vice president or the president na call contest and a friend with afiase ye ni friend afiase na wode na konifie no asia no no ye na watu security intelligence be catch us say nipa no gina ba bi ka asem bia you don't take it for granted
obi na e kan on a platform so anas on
no akasa
ene kan
ono kasa
boy na ne kan
ono kasa ne kan
kan so kasa
ono kasa ne kan owie no odi se ehuro enkofo he mo hwe se vice president afra me former vice president afra me wo prison so I just say no show the video of on the vice president no ekosia ya ne ade so say ni pay begina social media so what certain killing somebody you don't take that person for granted and this are the things sir in security capos no omo connect sa na mani nyina aye edu Ghana for sa Nigeria for no and that is very good renting issue Ghana for omo de omo pay Nigeria for Ghana ni pe dan pa ne ho atre no o pe ba bi obeda na wo hwese Ghana Nigeria for sikasi ekura sika gbogbogbogbo eti sika na wudi akire busasa sa sika no ye free hefa o taking kofo o scanning kofo e no de ba no jawu nya Ghana ni no no ma ne dan no aba betre ofie no de yes scam no mo de tracking nkofo enti enya disuade ma oman ni bia wo ye den wo hwe yen na ne nyina mu nkotu awie ye no the person Ghana frontier say aban na wa basisi ano president mama aban no we mean business you build your mind no you reset your mind no every area you reset it enti wo bia wo be hide behind social media now wo be ye niama ni ade ni nyina no president mama say men can just say we can trace you and when we trace you and we find you we come after you
may that say and the squad saying earlier but it's high time we pay much attention to this Nigerians in Ghana. Their consistent act of crime and indiscipline in this country is disheartening. they should do better. It's wasting the messenger quarting a day by next quarting. Young Koya Samoa a chatono, as we shall say the free home anyway. Baumia slums NDC over power abuse. A year former president, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. 2024 no so ni two franka e the New Patriotic Party and they were there to just see ye bun kompom hwechiri enye echitenten ananu ya kamia ye se aban ye wo so ye NDC aban omunfa omunam tumi so ade omo ye ne de se de omo tietie ni pa bi no fa hodie so nkanka aban da de etwe mu no wo mo mpanyfo mbe ye adwuma wa aban mu ene MPP mpanyfo bi no nanu ya chema wuntumi ne ya ba beche no ena nei ye bono region NPP bono chairman abronye wonso ya che no chese instead say aban ne be ma nani akọ challenges ahodo ekoso ewo memu na watu ho na mo ayi free ho no no bebi anani ekire no no nti we say nsema former vice president at to be the amane National Democratic Congress Queen me shall say everyone
Peter Ekoti President Mahama say we can trace you right and the MPP about we were so lenient so beat me open insult on an album. He was a president. Open insult on Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. He was the vice president. Me, I have never condoned an insult on to say maybe in my discussion said you may put to us maybe I said you all be fan bonus. Before I left Ghana on 2nd July na me beba ade bechi amama ba mo show you so and I me post me WhatsApp status say Adekye ameko UTV nti ya mo hwa Adekye Nsroma no like I do as usual. We posted around 7:42, 7:43. Just 1 minute after post no call ya na me nya call from 055 me mo de aka no so. Hey Jennifer hey ye ka kire odwuma na wo ye no so wanya ya ye beku. Nti me metia no there's a death threat on my life. Meaning say security agencies dey ye ho odwuma. But I'm saying it, but musu ehwe me. Nti me nam say me nam ho a wo sound mind. Onama won say obi twi motor call me but we have close range ni ade na agya kwa yem hwehwe
no matri say ho nipa na na
ya de mo ye ho adwuma me call nyina na ye di nkomo wo ho na bna say wo ye wadwuma yi anopa wa tro say wo beba UTV we your post you say anopa beba UTV and I know me colleagues on here then you have somebody sitting somewhere na wabeka say adwuma na wo ye no wanya ya yebeku me metena ni di mampani atam directly me need atam da indirectly me need atam da Metna had to be a catch us. I will never condone, sir, or be the microphone. You see, the opportunity that we've gotten, you take microphone, a chair, because I take cameras in a chair, we should be mindful of whatever we say. Camera name, sorry. Casano. We should be mindful. What you say? We should be mindful of what we say. But as somebody a back canon so security agencies and be so many say everything. Na fenuni a fenu. On say the New Patriotic Party a petition say a by elections and someone is seeing. Na ye hwese owura no wan how the boys aba me so na party na track say security no enhwe na yenye ho bibi yante ho asem na chema abro nyo say me na metia me na eche me ka say won be program just am da sorry ansa na makwa akohwe na so akọ na no akọ yi ka na akọ kasem bia ma ya che no ye nkwala bebire ye che omo boy ba akọ Peter ayere no ho a wo kan coat no ebe ho no wo ye ni show e na obi ba so no be ka asem near do a rubber picture to us a voice necessary as to how our police need your money to me. But me can when you know could do say you move be a tear in opposition. Your life is a threat. There's a death threat on my life as I sit here. Me no kasa, me no kasasa, no ba, no abusia. Say Juma yen na ye tear your work position and say those times man tipida. E ye dear mercy, e ye dear na asasa. It is a man penisi a bit me to see dia. And ye dan ya ban no. Was it that they were too lenient and I said they were so forgiving? So the demon penny be at my check. Oh, you go to blue app and so that time crown black app and too common, sir. You see direct insult on Mampeni. You didn't another attempt and crowd when you're beneficial of free SHS. Didn't talk about so see Jaimanenka. ebi ajama nka na do de beche but ebi aban we no obi ono de obi a wo said of fan asem
Jennifer Yensha from this perspective
obi a wo said of fan asem
said ye upbringing ye certain esitie abofre ne di panyin
ati and dey maka wa ha
but
I've never condone
di
it
panyin ati macho konkono ka
of course if you cry atian ye de tian
exactly ene no ye wo anase nye se dey kobono already no enyina e ba you since 1992 ye wo Ghana mra e boy ho ban anase e crying e fa ne ma wo ye bibia nti ye kasa we ye say wonyi ni say ye jai ma ne ye se enye hwe wo mu so mampanyin bi aba atwam ko
e bi say wona na me ka ba
waka se enye hwe ba obi dia bo so no esi eti
na wona na me wa wo so me ma no yo wona na me wa so wona me wa wo so ma no yi wona me wa wo so ma no no de me kan say me see I will not sit here condone so obi didi obi ata obetimi am ya cho e do akoko to obetimi sue for defamation of character are you aware obetimi am ya cho obi ho be fa ne say assault on his person obi a was said here ofa na samofa e na me ka say de anya breso no emfidie kuro mo be use dia trace so be kasa telephone so say the cite examples am no ne ade nyina ye anya breso de well is it that we were too lenient or we were too forgiving yet ko ma nipa da sani chante kum na adomaye na radio kum na adomaye kumba umi ama radio kumba umi ya nya hwe yesi nya
then it means you were not doing the right thing
until the make can say
asema
make can say we were not doing the right thing that's why they chanted say
no I'm not saying that say obi aya de na obeka say
exactly my point and then ka mama no sia obete the make can say obi say wo asem na make can no ntia say we let it slide ya mana ko aban we ya aba no also you have a phone walk with Black Maria 2 seconds be an emu that was a Black Maria mu utie oya emura me to 5 cities yeah they were saying utie yet social media near my tro me kai sa Black man off ye ma me ha okumsin eburo yi course yi na oba be sia to sem ya o obe say ade ma no akotro on Facebook page or be comment section say it is left to Jennifer Queen what we will do to her na ko ni box and say o ma me no papa wa hwe o mani mutimi nya o mo hwe me obi era about say me wo de na wo betimi aye but to have my peace of mind and sanity they have to block her but don't say asamba o betimi aka say nya hwe me dia che but e be a Peter home fan che it's our second coming as the new patriotic party abna what goes around comes around revenge asamba me no kan yan revenge because they say the new patriotic party ye ni obi ani asam Mustafa de se otietie ni nsanu bia ne dan ebugu ni ade bia ya okakra woni
no meka
Salam Mustafa obi o ye national youth organizer to waka odi kan me pese me kire say sa forgiving ye nya hwe obi a chant se ye nkume obi a threaten me life say ye nkume enya hwe ye nya ma ne nkoye nyina ye Ghana fo no the second coming of the new patriotic party it's not going to be like this so we no can na say the Tracy ayehunu no that's what we are going to do emra na obi the class kasa na Black Maria na mu no ebe ye dwuma but don't see the American say
na kasa na aboronya ye ya Black Maria enem
me see achi obi aka oba ya fo wa manfo aka me fo wa manfo aka me ne ye nche me
that's a queen
what you say enso so no say me to no me ba ha da bia from that time say me shows better 3 4 na me ko
okay
but me nka ho asam da it is a name infinity and the trace no se bi no kwa ye kotoba
security agencies now are reporting amano I'm pretty sure say they will trace
and well, of course me any there me mfanye or how they don't do politics or mo de be adwuma but the best stress na no unti me di si me nkwa de dia na bam ti na masem ni bi aka on say na no se ne ye no e me bi bepa wan hwa na nkwa ye se ya ye set se obi adibone ye abronye akokasam me se na me ni Ghana no one say ya chena na no ye de no kokko that we say internet no black app ni tube no na de tie mu so se Moses abo fie na wo suspect say wo ho a adentina police for kwan so ko bone bell wo bone door say ye pese e be investigate police for mra e wo kwan be bi o mo de ye o mo nema but obi in share ade wo ni ti without police jacket without a warrant na wa jump nipa no wo abran sam na mo de kampacho e bi o wo dem no hwe ka no say e comfort ba me fie na se bia nipa no koye bibi akohwiri nipa no akoye we ya se bo ha nipa no ye frɛ bibi self defense so dey e bia sa awia no ba no wa bia nkrama no wani hu o maso akakaka bi wo isle gon so wa bia o mo no tu nipa no so na wo be ye dey eti na so much as say ye try say ye be correct wrongs no ene ye tracy obi ye hwehwe obi ye se ye be tracy mampani enu masomote adwamu na enu masam no okay mo obi nkoguri obi wo because ye pese ye di ni kowura obi fie na obi gate ma a police for ebem
okay kwesi
me da se let's say fa me nkwa nwume
Ngoma be.
Na.
Say the overseer.
Power.
Ne propaganda bia
President Mama say. Oh. Yen kan kire man for say. Who are be hiding behind social media? Now what threaten the life of people? We will trace you. Who are be hiding behind political party? Now be creating unnecessary tension in the system. We will trace you. We can trace you. Well, what for creating ones with dear money sika bomb money from? We will trace you. Well, now party was so. Now we engage in state capture. Mo for manager padie. Mo bo maneka. Ah, my buy was wanti ya nyamo hwe no. President Mama ba say we can trace you and we will trace you. Anopay enkoma ye di nabra. You made a very fantastic point. Discipline. Will be from Kuma.
Obi efumodwa.
What man was so? And I would also you condone indiscipline in the system.
To him say you are
You will condone corruption in the system.
What him say you are indisciplined.
How's that going to catch on my day? One customer said, what's one I would tell them go for drink and send no, and I'm with almost some you. And I make us say, you decided you condone indiscipline. You decided you condone corruption. You decided say on call for mobile engage in corruption and yama a young brasamono obas condone. You decided that abai we our base we can trace you and we are tracing. But you are Baronia Poko be ben at no.
Oh, please.
If you say,
be using such
where political word. Can you say, to me they say witch hunting. Which one is witch hunting? And I am so happy and I salute the president. Aura has come to stay. And President Muhammad with the media encounter Catherine Ghana for saying nobody can interfere the work of the Aura. I'm a what so one more corruption cases are your problem. National Service, National Signal Bureau. Tamaroon to me. Anyone more Mokika Hunin, no, we are going after them by the law. And Rano says saying, and no papa sama will carry a Tomacomas and say, God of women, dear Yaya Passia Yan with the Orano. Yan Passia Baya, dear Bia, a Chinabi Wibacas, and I witch hunting said the Ora Baumia Cassiano. And Lutina, Ghana Phobia Mocasa Yacha channel. I was say a far process in him. I was see a mad due process in the Yaduma. The Tinabi a chill be cotum, a Tinabi a so be tent in a disca, or being continued to cast a political witch hunter, said about Miacano. And to Mobia, Mogana Phobia, Munipa would Tidiamu say, oh, run on the Yakasa, Bangway, and go for Mudi or Manisika, and go for Bomma Maniforno, a Bangway and Shanian Church's uncle for no, Yendi Disicano, a Banishan one and a channel. President Mama say, we can trace them, and we are tracing them. But what we are doing is that we are trying to exhaust the legal processes. A Chilabino, we are witch hunting their people. So, Mona Mukondoni or Mona President Kufuado, a bra contaminating issue by President Kufuado Dani PR mark contaminating. So no the baby with a contaminant or Munya Bonibiano, and that President Mama Bayaba, ya cofa docket no, ya shushan in your mamu, ya prosecute no, and not President Kai, sir, ne prosecution no, coso. And to go of Munya Botoya Mayan, the Araba Mia Canada Munyai. Oh no, says Yan who say, the man to me, and no President Mama, buying okay. Discipline I have to me from my system, no President Mama, and no Nama, Abo Mupusa, or Mudiomunya. I buy Papa, yes, Shania Mapa. Now, Sanko for your my boy, mine cano. You bet Chomo, near Joe Manis Canada, Mamma.
Say, Efia,
Abena, topic, you know, also saying
Baumia slums and
Baumia slums and the saying abusing of power. Or say a chichinko for near day. Now, Abana, I am Nasa a same way. This current government tries to restore discipline into the system. So you compare previous government near the day na you betting. And then I make us say you betting. Mr. Jennifer made a reference to Kum Anado my MPP for the 21st. Yes, that was 2nd July. 2014. Internet do not lie. First. And sana Sami Jemfi. Echo demonstration or kotubi. And then I make cases to say. So Obia Yena. And so was obey the same thing. No. Ye Papa Mahmoud Bawumia Sama Oking. Say a chichin kofu. Abna, and this in a chichin kofu. A security. A yambarano and a chichin kofu. Yet I mean who send this the chairman be, and as a secretary be Abwe will be fear kochi obi. A yambarano. And no more qua security agents or the police soldier for the corner. And this mobile recruit so yes. Debbie, recruit police, baby. So those in the system were recruited by MPP. It is a by way you saw they chill or call for not just a by way or yuma. And one thing I heard the Biamika said during their campaign, resetting now no more they buy. Resetting, the word is resetting. You don't reset one aspect and leave the other. It won't work. So I also want reset it, baby. No way, the Indiscipline Act. Any kasefia what system no more. Say previous government and to me ya beka se me ya totoa. And you why you to na yin ba no. E de hwe so de en na omo be hwe so na omo so de sua how omo be enter into a political system with clean mindset and clean heart. Any kasapa. Abna say your Papa Mahmoud Bawumia e kasa asem na che say e 3 things o kondo or support ni omo ye no mas efije we so na me ne Kofi Ofosun kansa e betena so he made a certain statement and me catch Kofi say my disappointed in you say we beka say TikTokers no omo ye MPP TikTokers aye tu omo ka it's more chichi ye TikTokers. And I'm said that. Yes, yeah. Kwabna nana hosting that program no. And me catch your professor, am I disappointed in you for making such thing? It means that more TikTokers, which means and some omo kanya di omo ye nyina no, omo shechire. Yes. It is say Papa Mahmoud Bawumia say if so kasa, which means also supporting ya koso. Na say we ye penyin na uti fie na say nkwala re nanka. Ya kan nanka re for ya kan. It's your Papa Mahmoud Bawumia Hakakre. He is trying to exhibit something to Ghanaian society. A very dangerous to Nankasa the political career. Share, Tama Yemi Alex or Kakasefi Kennedy stopping. I think so. Our permanent in the campaign group.
Citizen I Ghana.
Name Alex. Yeah, what I know is Alex. By the end of the day, yes, Mahmoud Bawumia Obien in Sabonye. Our campaign or camp. Obien himself, what yes, idea Peter Kase, or friend was sales, Emma ye changing the sales man, or we or Bow office Ebe Hagel. You did not come out to condemn the boy or Mahmoud Bawumia Abronya. It's either say your Papa Mahmoud Bawumia or say and I say or your weak leader. Yes. So we ye penini nothing kwala say be aiding some fool of fear. Na say one tia all because you think say that you were president didn't mean share no more yeah. Then you are being one. Either you are being a hypocrite or you are being a weak leader.
If you are not weak
leader, I am not to Abama.
Only and shame fee so say and Kolani be hustle masumodi. Oh, a be one now ubeka so
Abna what so the Kofi Ofosun cancer so we MPP TikTokers. It is a way Juma Mami MPP Nyanya Mekano. They have to control them. They can be controlled since Waka said they are MPP. We continue no one can anymore. It's as a country, we have to start from somewhere and end somewhere.
Okay.
The fact say our 1992 constitution says freedom of speech, you know. Yeah. After freedom of speech, there is a problem. And freedom of speech comes with a responsibility.
Exactly.
And what course the more your constitution no more. And so you just can't get up. Now want to mean say me you be cool man penny ni etwa ni yiriti.
Can you imagine?
Now again ya ma contract ya ma usika ko ye kwan ko ye we wanye sika no so wo hia ye hu na ya be chiwa we see in the name of politics. Now enu a o man penny bi sa asem e ka asem bi emra MPP for eye to ho pre-bargaining.
Yes.
MPP for eye to ho ansa na omoko. Me bi so does it apply to omo wi abanchene emponchin wo nkurase no. Me wi apanchi a me to me sign the ba. Me wi apanchi a me to me sign the ba.
So one way ya.
Me wi ya. That is sika no wedi. Sika pre-bargaining no omwedi. E no se metumi atua. Inti mo wan krasa na so obi obewia fo wo circle no. So oyusu phone na metumi akoto the same thing dia pa na. And anya abnasa na ye kan dia ko bi andansa we mu. Unko bi anda prison ho uyewia na. Because yes, uyewia na wasan akotua. It's neither here nor there. And endo man penyi ma yeti ase say. Eye pipi na shisha to ho. Enye omo. So you see how the thing was going. And na de bia me ka say change na ye bo hu de ro ni nyame de ye hu afofie. Nyame tie ye mpaibo. Enye say look at Emra o sheto ho fast. Emra ni ba June, ya pass the July fast 2020 or 2022.
2022.
Yes. And I'm the call fee fast. And now look, MPP I was in no. Na nye atem the dear party. Hey, nam good morals a woman no na ehu. And I'm so surprised and so disappointed how things are going in MPP to the extent of obi edi bone no na ye support it. Ya papa Mahmoud Bawumia. You want a leadership role. As a leader, Esa will start to exhibit the characteristics and the qualities of a good leader. And a good leader on kondo bone. On so sebi and kwasiasem so. Where the sika. Into a man penny ya papa Mahmoud Bawumia. Say a man akwenya so my president obi discourse be kataneti. Obi kaka sefi obe kataneti. Obi ye obe di nechi. Obe kwa Debbie na ye bon pa ye say near example a NDC almost set right now no ye nyina be ye ahwesode amaye ni ye follow na me hu say ye papa John Dramani Mahama or set presidency bia e be ye ahwesode ama omo beba wo beba wo be chia kakra no you will be found wanting because ye papa John Dramani Mahama president his excellency we did that. No, what got nephew. And the one who said, hey, Sebi, first and no bang Sebi did
yes.
And this time, no, me a certain correction. Now, me did say, some president and I said, example, or set here to one, a becca. Now, I'm a discipline. Abo man, as a way of foreign and as who be Roma, who won't say me didn't quasi a they will trace Senya Peter Kai.
Sebi. Okay, I'm paying for Madam Wase Hase. And ye did you medini na
we can be to
but I say
just make child
time baby
na me say oh mama minutes now we can resetting and a PR concern no we no nye enye eno we say a gentleman be obaya
okay
or they ebetu just say we ejuma omo Ghana water about 141 Eddie you say you were modern per se MD no suspend the case and for Mojuma Engu Honomo or Matthias and no demonstrate here Omotiase ANSA they went through all the processes near the Basisi Casino Yasan recruiting Pafofro Amomaba Ababe Juma because now I say MD ne can say economic one there but omunye new board that time no more institute board
of course
board the number area masisi yasanfa nko for mo da so 8 months ni mo da so to edwuma mo ye yenso a yentua wo mo eka
okay so abana safo ni nyina no I'll just sympathize with them but the issue is that so obeka ya president the directive by the directive na ye de buy you know say recruitment are a buy after 7
what
am I about my council? And all agencies it take key steps say obi a unya board be asan or more holding in a day. Every agency has category of people. Some are on contract, take note. Some workers were on contract or contract in war. The onus lies on management to renew your contract or not.
Maybe I won't share in a broader perspective. Yeah, let's be specific.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why I don't want us to prejudice? Because you have not got to know the side of Ghana Water Company.
No, I'm not taking sides with them.
So this is what he has said. And I am as a deputy CEO who knows issues in agencies. I am also telling the other side, of which it could be a factor.
Which on contracts.
No, yes, everybody have contracts. So sometimes you need to even ask them. And most of them, and I say yes, the same thing.
141 appointments.
So let me tell you, and I make I say there are people who are on contract or contract expire. The news lies on the agency whether to renew your contract or not. And they want more appointment for no. And I make sure say and also say share. Obi akwaya audit audit ye be we honum enkofo bi a yehu omo interview any appointment date no contradicted. They fell within the directive from the presidency but no omo try and talk because omo koye backdating any yehu ye at the end of the day the management no koye sa audit ni na omo ka se suspend them mo try. And we say na abano no this information ban. What we need to do is get to the Ghana Water Company CEO, get to know the issue, the side of the story, their story as well. And to then you can just upload. Yes. So at least you can ascertain the reality. Now we say, okay, what was their actual status of them? And then you can't say you be from because there are a lot of people almost fairly within that directive. I catch them so you may be a window for recruitment. You can apply or apply and file. I know you can't go and hold anybody responsible. You did application for job and a young file. You will fail within a directive and one can say himself a victim. And the sister, you have a chance to apply when there's a window for new recruit. And don't call apply and say you cannot hold anybody. It's just a normal application to say, oh, copy Juma, no go interview, you screen your share, ni pado do I pay, you penny pattern, ni pabe 100 ne buy, you funny pattern, you more money and money. That's how it is. And to waste an aban, you only have to get to the management of Ghana Water Company. Know what actually happened and son I'll be to put judgment on this issue. But that's why I said I sympathize with them. However, there may be a genuine reason why yen to me am fair and I say yen am fair because recruitment, and let me tell you, government recruitment and kasapano said yeah about we should share and niamano. Most of them will start from next year. And you should say the no can security agencies in our saying recruitment. A existing recruitment one on 1 year juma. Because man said you are buying you have to follow the lead of the government. You understand how government is operating. And in Yamani be an own year. Shipyard, my phone. No question, Yana or Momo or TV pa. And I'm a boss, Alaji Osman Suleimana. A Juma, a Juma phone, a year on it. This Yana, in your Penyasia, your bo. Or Mabaso, my operation team, any the field workers in Yamo Mabaso. Now, main for congratulations, and Mamyankasa, Minuaba, Ruth de la Sedo, as you say, National Service Authority, or no, and a year.
When a woman the age for you know,
and then what was that?
And the age for
I know what's up here, Mamma. I know something like National Service.
Just 2 minutes. Dr. Mahmoud Baumi. Want me show be a kutuba. Want me show be a second leaf and water. He's well trained from home. That it or wanted to hear. Now, Mr. No, he should be focused on his campaign. Some of these things, Baba, just to distract me, maybe. But don't focus on your job. But one thing that I can assure for your party for more kwakusi again now, muti or manuma seven, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. But one of them can obey. And they say, on show be a cheap, on condo bonnet, or near shame, but they want to see. But may share your party for crime. So be a yana so be a shana cassa. Obi amana kasa ahonte ne mo mfa nto obutiri mu say there will be a second New Patriotic Party government. Niyama said the ya dano. Enye sabi. Yedi nyame de obi am dase.
Me nua agbasi segbafia ne ne team ya chia.
Efia chia na yo.
Yo abna mame so menchia me papa ba ko Mr. Sari o kuma se o hwe yesisi a abna so na o hoye ne fepa Mr. Sari na afen so menchia movement for change ebusu nyina me to transfer omo se omunu munsuo entwe ope ye ba se kakai na yenso ye de nhihye papa John Dramani Mahama was starting e di abeto so me ama discipline aba system.
Okay, medase pa buja for na some dey pono so etwen ho nkomo biodiversity destruction. Ghana loses $520 million annually. UNDP. Sasona ex Nigeria Delta militant group member arrested for allegedly plotting to embark on kidnapping business in Ghana. Baumia slums NDC over power abuse. If you are Crunchwa, a member movement for change, Peter Kwesi Mensa, a deputy CEO Tema Shipyard, Sasona Jennifer Oforiwa Queen, a deputy national communication director, New Patriotic Party, no more becoming sama yede enkumana si di Ghana ho enkomo mame nkasa se da kese enkoma empayful madam wasepa mame enda yatel GHS meda yatel asepa ewo atade a wode ahyeme ene anapay enti ne se wo pe atade o occasion bia mesro bo ho mode na kodan yatel GH na obehye watade kama ama won so ho ayefe kama fa wotade hye nyina ekoda na brante ne sa no wo fe in a wedding wo engage wo traditional white wedding ene wo programs ahodo birthday tade offices a wo ko nyina fa kodan yatel GH no be pamatade de ama asedan koma production team medamu nyina se nyame hyiamo na won to mo nkwa na mo adwuma pa sonko a mo ye medamu asepa wo fie mame kasa aseda kese eya wo desedane da wo fidie so eto ha sei na wo hye eya Adekye Nsroma ewo United Television do fo hu ye mobodi ochina dom ya Adekye Nsroma wo homa na mame nyi mpa ye ma wo se onyame ntutu wanam nsi yi onyi mu fi muso ni asen nyina mu onka wo ho na ne ma echi wo su nyina ombo ho ban na timi yi free mu na protect your mental sanity, your mental health. It's very important. Within the Abenachi, watch me na me be somewhere in the